Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. We welcome you all for the 4th day seminar on the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam by His Grace Krishna Kishor Prabhuji. Let us all dive into the ocean of Srimad Bhagavatam from Prabhuji's lotus mouth. We welcome Prabhuji with Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare. Hare Chandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmalitmena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Padameyam Dadati Swapadanti. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagara Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padana Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitansh Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityananda Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesh Navadi Pasha Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Purvishina He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagapate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpataruvesya Kripa Sindhupeya Vichar Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naran Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. हरे कृष्णा। तो कल हमने चर्चा की थी वृत्रासुर के बारे में और हमने वृत्रासुर की प्रार्थनाओं के साथ समापन किया था। लेकिन यह प्रार्थनाएं सुनने के बाद परीक्षित महाराज को प्रश्न आया। परीक्षित महाराज पूछने लगे कि ये एक असुर होकर के इतनी अच्छी प्रार्थनाएं कैसे कर रहा है। सामान्यतः असुरों का तो भगवान से द्वेष होता है, ये असुर होकर के इतनी उत्कृष्ट कोटि की प्रार्थनाएं कर रहा है। Oh sorry, this was supposed to be in English. Sorry. So yesterday we discussed about Vritrasur and how Vritrasur, while Indra was cutting his head and he was preparing to leave his body, he offered such nice prayers to Krishna. So Parikshit Maharaj became confused. How can a demon offer such high level of prayers to Krishna? Generally, demons are envious to the Lord. Generally, they are rebellious to the Lord. But this particular demon, how come he is so devoted to the Lord? This is astonishing. So then Sukdev Goswami tells the previous life of Vritrasur. Vritrasur in his previous life was King Chitraketu. This King Chitraketu was a very pious king. He used to offer hundreds of sacrifices for the satisfaction of the Lord. He did so many pious activities. His citizens were very happy. But one thing was missing in his life. He didn't have any children. He didn't have any son. Although King Chitraketu married many wives, but he had no children from any one of them. And this made king very, very discouraged in his life. He was very sad about this fact. One day, his spiritual master Angira Muni came to his court. And Angira Muni noticed that King Chitraketu was very, very upset, disheartened. So Angira Muni asked him, "My dear king, what is the reason of your misery? What is the reason of your disheartened state?" Chitraketu told, "My dear Guru Maharaj, I don't have any child. For a king, it is his responsibility to create proper succession. If there is no succession to the kingdom, I am not doing my responsibility." Angira Muni told, "Look, you don't have that karma of having a child." But Chitraketu was very adamant. So Angira Muni gave him a condition. "I can give you a blessing to have a child, but this child will be reason for both your happiness and distress. He will be Harsha Shoka. Harsha means happiness. Shoka means lamentation." Chitraketu became very excited. He said, "Please give me the child. I'll look after whatever will happen. Don't worry. I will handle the Shoka part. But at least give me happiness." Angira Muni, on the adamant request of Chitraketu, blessed him that you will have a child. Soon after, one of the wives of King Chitraketu gave birth to a beautiful boy, and they named him as Harsha Shoka. The boy became the attention for the king. King was so attached to the boy that straight from his court, he would go to the queen and he would spend all his time playing with the baby. But this led to another problem. This is material world. One after another, there will be so many problems. Just like in childhood, sometimes we make castle of cards. And if you take out one card, whole thing collapse. In the same way, material world, there will be one little thing, and then it will collapse the whole castle of happiness. Because king was giving too much attention to this particular queen and son, other queens became envious. See, we have this ability to bring out good or bad in others. If King Chitraketu would have given them little attention also, they would have never become envious. But because of his negligence, these innocent queens turned out into envious people. So we are responsible of bringing best in somebody or worst in somebody. Like Mrigari met Narad Muni, and Narad Muni brought out best from Mrigari. Whereas here Chitraketu's neglect gave rise to envy in the hearts of other queens. And they plotted a plan. They thought that this child is the reason of our misery. Because of this child, king is not giving us any attention. Let us kill the child. So these all stepmothers of this Harsha Shoka made nice sweet rice and they mixed poison in it and they fed Harsha Shoka poison. The child died. Now the King Chitraketu was lamenting like anything. He was crying. The queen were crying. And those queens who gave poison, they were also crying. This is the result of envy. When we do anything out of envy, we ourselves start to lament. So everybody was drowned in the ocean of sorrow. And at that very moment, Rishi Angira, along with Narad Muni, came there. And they saw this condition of king and queens. King Angira told the king that, look, I told you, the son will be the cause of your happiness, but he will also give you distress. Before you never had child, you were not happy. But after getting him, when you lost him, is even greater level of misery. So King Chitraketu could not speak anything. Seeing the condition of the king, sage Angira told the boy that, my dear boy, wake up. Please come back. On instruction of Angira Muni, the boy came back and he sat. Angira Rishi asked the boy, my dear boy, why did you leave? Your father, mother are so, they're crying, they're weeping. Why are you left? Why you left them? This boy asked, which father, mother? In so many lifetimes, I had so many fathers and mothers. Which one you are talking about? I am a jiva. I am going through my course of karma. So in this course, many times I took birth. I had millions of fathers and mothers. Hearing this, Chitraketu's attachment broke. And Angira Muni told boy, yes, you should continue your journey. And the boy again left. This created a turning point in Chitraketu's life. He understood that this material world is temporary. All relations here are temporary. This material world, all relations in the material world will only give misery. Chitraketu became completely detached and he surrendered to Lord Sankarshan. He became his pure devotee. He saw Lord Sankarshan and Lord Sankarshan blessed him with his devotional service. After some days, Chitraketu was traveling in his airplane along with his queens. His body was as brilliant as sun. And he was so happy because he already saw Lord Sankarshan. But again, material world, there has to be some twist in the story. So as he was flying in the airplane, from airplane, he saw Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva was sitting on the in the foothills of Kailash, and there was a great assembly of sages. This assembly of sages gathered there to hear from Lord Shiva on the topic of renunciation. But there was one interesting thing. Parvati was sitting in the lap of Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva was giving lecture on renunciation, but Parvati was sitting on his lap. So seeing this, Chitraketu started to laugh. As he was laughing, Parvati saw that my voice is clear. Shyam Sundari Mataji, my voice is clear.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So Parvati saw Chitraketu is laughing and Parvati felt very bad. Although Chitraketu was Lord Shiva's god brother, because Lord Shiva is also devotee of Lord Sankarshan and Chitraketu was also devotee of Lord Sankarshan. So they were on equal level, not in the terms of position, but in the terms of their devotion to Lord Sankarshan. But then also, his thought was, only Lord Shiva can do this. Chitraketu was laughing, thinking that only Lord Shiva can do this, that Parvati is sitting on his lap and he's lecturing on renunciation. Because Lord Shiva is completely detached. But Parvati thought that Chitraketu is making fun of Lord Shiva. And therefore Parvati cursed Chitraketu that may you become a demon. As Chitraketu was cursed, he didn't retaliate, he didn't justify, he didn't give any excuse. Rather, he came and offered his obeisances to Parvati and Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva tells Parvati, look, this is a devotee of Lord. He doesn't retaliate. He accepts everything as mercy of Lord. And you know, Parvati, these devotees are never fearful. Narayana para sarve, na kutaschana bibbati, narka apavarga swargeshu api tulyartha darshanam. Because they are dependent on the Supreme Lord Narayan, they are never fearful of any condition. Narka apavarga. Narka means hellish planetary system. Apavarga means mukti, liberation. And swargeshu, heavenly planetary systems. Api tulyartha darshanam. They see everything as equal. because they are not attached. So Chitraketu accepted the curse of Parvati, although it was not her mistake, but he accepted and he became Vritrasur. So this was the background of Vritrasur's previous birth. So although he was in the body of demon, but his consciousness was of a pure devotee. And therefore, at the end of his life, he could offer such prayers. So no excuses can stop bhakti. If one is grateful, he can be happy in any condition. But an ungrateful person, no matter even if he goes to spiritual world, he will not be happy. First of all, ungrateful person will not go to spiritual world. But even if he is given chance, he will not be happy. Therefore, only in grateful heart, the seed of bhakti grows. And that was Chitraketu. Now here, Diti became very angry. Diti, who was Diti? Diti was mother of the demons. Diti became very angry. Diti thought that Lord Vishnu always does injustice. He always kills my sons and he always saves the sons of Aditi. So Diti thought, I will give birth to such children who will kill Indra. And Diti goes to Kashyap and says that this is my plan. I want to kill Indra. Help me. Kashyap Muni was thinking that wife is telling something I can't deny. At the same time, I can't allow her to harm herself. Because Krishna promised, Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. Whenever there will be enemy of Indra, Krishna will incarnate. And here, Diti is planning to create some enemies for Indra. So Kashyap was in dilemma, what to do? I have to listen to my wife. At the same time, I don't want her to suffer. So what to do? He decided to give her a special procedure. He said, you want to do something what you want? Do Payovrata. It is special vrata. And in this, you should worship Lord Vishnu. And whatever you will desire, that will be successful. But one thing you remember, you should maintain highest standards of cleanliness. If you don't maintain highest level of cleanliness, then anybody can come and pollute your vrata, your fast, this whole procedure of Payovrata. So Diti was doing this vrata. She would be very, very clean. She would be in the mode of goodness and she would worship Lord Narayan. And that's how she was going through this very austere fasting and vrata. One day, it so happened that Diti drank milk at the night and she slept without washing her mouth. And that was an aspect of unclean habit. Indra noticed that yeah, now Diti did mistake. She slept without washing her mouth. So Indra found that loophole and he entered the womb of Diti. And Diti had this child who would probably he would be the future killer of Indra. Indra thought, I will rather kill the child in the womb itself. So Indra cuts this womb of the child, the embryo in the womb of Diti in 7 parts. When he cuts them in 7 parts, all 7 parts of embryo start to cry. And they request Indra, don't kill us, don't kill us. Maruta, Maruta, don't kill us. Then Indra cut those seven pieces of embryo and further 7 pieces. So 7 into 7, 49. So there were 49 pieces of Diti's embryo and all were crying, don't kill us. We are your brother, Maruta. Indra became compassionate. Indra accepted all those 49 as his brothers. And Diti gave birth to 50 children, 49 Marutas and 1 Indra again. So like that, Marutas became Indra's brothers. Although they came from Diti, but they were not demons. They became demigods and Indra took all of them to heaven. So the lesson is, even though Diti wanted to produce demons, because she was worshipping Lord Narayan, she became purified. And result is, she became purified, her sons became demigods. So no one is loser in Krishna consciousness. Everyone is a winner. Although she wanted a demon children with who would have in future became a problem for the world, became problem for Diti herself. But because of the course of devotional service, she became purified and she gave birth to the demigods. So like that, this was the end of 6th canto. Now Parikshit Maharaj became again curious. Parikshit Maharaj thought that this is not fair. Every time demons lose and demigods win. That means Lord is partial. Even though Vritrasur was in demon's body, he was a devotee, but Lord let Vritrasur be killed. And Indra did all kind of nasty things, killing his own guru, Vishwarup. We heard it yesterday. And then also Indra was saved. How is that? Is Lord partial? Although in Gita Krishna says, I am not partial. But it seems God is partial. So Parishit Maharaj asked this question to Sukdev Goswami. That how can I understand that God is impartial? It seems that he always favors demigods and he always kills demons. Then Sukdev Goswami describes another wonderful pastimes. Sukdev Goswami first of all tells that look, Lord Vishnu is called Satvatpati. Those who are in the mode of goodness, he will protect them. Now, because demigods are in mode of goodness, they get Lord Vishnu's protection. But that door is open to everyone. If any demon become in the mode of goodness, Lord Vishnu will protect him also. Parishit asks, is it really, did it happen ever? Any case study like that where demon is in the mode of goodness and Lord protected him? Sukdev Goswami said, yes, there is one case study like that. Same question was asked by Yudhishthir Maharaj to Narad. When Yudhishthir Maharaj and Pandavas were doing Rajsuya Yajna, that time in Rajsuya Yajna, Krishna was worshipped as the primary supreme personality of Godhead. And one person couldn't tolerate that. He was Shishupal. Shishupal was spontaneously inimical to Lord Krishna. Just like devotees, they start with sadhan bhakti and then they become raganuga bhaktas, where they spontaneously love and serve Krishna. But Shishupal was just opposite. He was spontaneously inimical to Krishna. And from the birth, he started to speak abusive words to Krishna. He would criticize Krishna like anything. And Krishna also promised that I will forgive 100 faults of Shishupal every day. But if he cross 100, then I will not spare him. So Shishupal was quite organized. Every day he would only speak 99 abusive words and then he would stop. But that day he could not keep track of his offenses. So in Rasu Yajna, he just kept on speaking abusive words to Krishna. Oh, how can you worship this uneducated person? We don't know his caste. Somebody says Nanda's son, somebody says Vasudev's son. And, he ran away from Jaras and so many things. And he kept on speaking and he didn't keep track and he crossed 100 offenses. As he crossed 100 offenses, Krishna called his Sudarshan Chakra and killed Shishupal. And such a way Krishna killed Shishupal that not a single drop of blood fell on the ground because it was a fire sacrifice. So Krishna didn't want to contaminate that place either. But Krishna killed Shishupal and then Shishupal's soul merged in Krishna's body. So like that, after seeing this whole episode, Yudhishthir got confused. He asked Narad Muni that why always demons are killed and demigods are saved? Is God partial? So Sukdev Goswami is referring to same question which Parikshit asked, Narad Muni answered. This is parampara. We don't have to speak anything new. Sometimes there is tendency that we have to speak something which nobody heard. So if you are speaking that something which nobody heard, that means you are out of parampara anyway. You have to speak something in the parampara. Repeating is our process. We don't have to invent. You have to repeat. Power of speaking comes to the level of our repeating the message of parampara. As much as we will repeat the message as it will be effective. Otherwise, we'll just on, like, if you just keep on firing the gun, but there is no bullet, nothing will happen. In the same way, we can fire our words, but if they are not backed up by the message of parampara, no change. Therefore, Sukadeva Goswami is teaching with his own example, although he is so learned scholar, he is the son of Vyasadeva, but he is repeating what Narad Muni told Yudhishthira. One time, one person in South India, he was challenging Srila Prabhupada. He said, Prabhupada, Swamiji, in your Gita, there is nothing new. You are just copying Ramanujacharya and Madhavacharya, because Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Baldev Vidyabhushan referred Ramanujacharya and Madhavacharya's commentaries. And Prabhupada referred Vishwanath Chakravarti and Baldev Vidyabhushan commentary for his Bhagavad Gita. So this person saw, all these purports, and he said, there is nothing new. It's all commentaries of Ramanujacharya, Madhavacharya. Prabhupada said, this is my mission. My writing is successful. I don't want to write anything new also. This is speciality of my Gita. Bhagavad Gita as it is. Whatever Acharya has told, whatever Krishna told, I am presenting as it is. So we can see how pure message Sukadeva Goswami is giving through parampara. Another interesting thing to learn. See, Yudhishthira Maharaj was performing Rajasuya Yajna. And this was just before Rajasuya Yajna, because Krishna was worshipped before the Yajna started. Just before the Yajna started, Krishna was worshipped. And after this Shishupal was killed, Yudhishthira Maharaj was curious to know about the teachings of Krishna consciousness from Narad. He was not rushing that I want to be king, just finish Rajasuya Yajna and I will be Chakravarti king. No, because he was not interested in the kingdom. Suppose somebody's marriage is there, it's the day of marriage, and he is, fully ready and fully dressed, and the bride and groom are coming to the sacrifice place, and in between some devotees start to give him lecture. How long bride and groom will hear? They will not hear for long. Prabhuji, we will hear later, let us marry first. In the same way, Yudhishthira was going to be the Chakravarti Samrat of the whole world, but he is not interested in kingdom. He started asking questions to Narad, and Narad also started to preach to him. This is real samadhi, where devotee is completely absorbed in Krishna's pastimes. He doesn't have to do anything with kingdom. He doesn't have to do anything with external things. So many times we become so mad in our accomplishments, we forget Krishna. We forget even devotees. We forget others. We become insensitive to everything. Our consciousness should be with Krishna. Even if we are growing managerially, even if we are growing, with years in Krishna consciousness, people may give us respect and things. But if our consciousness is not in Krishna, what is the use? Srila Prabhupada would take devotees many times to different life members. And the purpose of Prabhupada's going there was to preach to them so that they become assets for ISKCON in India. One time, Prabhupada took some devotees to one life member's house. And this life member, Indian person, he was feeding devotees very much. Generally in West, you serve and once person says, I am okay, I am good, the people stop. But in India, we have culture, no, take, they're forcing. So these foreign devotees are not having experience. As much he was feeding, they were eating. So he was keeping on feeding until he finished everything, and devotees ate everything. After they came back to temple, these devotees, their stomach was paining and somebody was running to the toilet again and again, and everybody was sick. The Prabhupada was seeing all what is going on. And one devotee was shouting, my stomach is paining. And Prabhupada came out, yes, you ate 25 puris. And he was shocked. Prabhupada, how do you know? Prabhupada said, I was counting everything. There was another devotee was laughing hearing this. Prabhupada said, don't laugh. You ate 15. I counted yours also. And they were astonished. Prabhupada said, we are going to these houses to help them, not getting affected by them. We are giving there to give association. Don't take their association. So a devotee, no matter whichever situation he is, he has to remember that his primary duty is to become Krishna conscious. See, Yudhishthir Maharaj, although he was in that particular yajna where he was about to be coronated as Chakravarti king, but he was not attached to that. His primary duty, he remembered that I need to learn more about Krishna, and where I will get opportunity to hear about Krishna in Krishna's presence from a pure devotee like Narad. So he grabbed that opportunity, and Narad started to tell a very, very interesting story. Narad said, yes, there was a demon, apparently demon, but he was in the mode of goodness. What to speak about mode of goodness? He was above mode of goodness. He was a pure devotee of Lord. And for him, Lord incarnated. Just for one devotee, Krishna came to this world. Really? Who is that? Narad tells about Jay and Vijay being cursed and the story of Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad. This is the main subject matter of 7th canto. Narad Muni tells that Hiranyakashipu was such a powerful demon that he was terrorizing the whole universe. Actually, he did austerities for a long time, 1,000 celestial years. And he pleased Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma came and he saw that I can hear the sound of somebody chanting my name, but I can't see. Because what happened, the ants, they ate whole body of Hiranyakashipu. So there was just bones covered by ant hill. Brahma sprinkled water from his pot, and Hiranyakashipu got his body back. Then he asked that, what do you want? Hiranyakashipu told that, my dear Lord, I want to kill Vishnu. Brahma started to laugh. This is not possible. So then Hiranyakashipu said, okay, make me immortal. Brahma said, this is also not possible. Anybody who takes birth here is born with an expiry date. They have to die. So you can't get this boon. So then Hiranyakashipu was very smart. He thought that I can outsmart Brahma, I can outsmart everybody. So he started to ask multiple boons. He said, please give me boon that I will not be killed in the day or night. I will not be killed inside the house or outside the house. I will not be killed on the ground, in the sky. I will not be killed by Astra or Shastra. Astra means those weapons which are thrown, like arrows and bhala. Shastra means those weapons which are held in hand and they fight, like swords and clubs. So I will not be killed by any of those. I will not be killed by any creature who is being created by you. That means whoever Brahma created, Hiranyakashipu would not be killed by him. Then I will not be killed in any of the 12 months of the year, in the 6 seasons of the year. Brahma was kept on telling, okay, tathastu, tathastu, tathastu. He gave all the boons. And Hiranyakashipu thought that, yes, I'm so smart that now I cheated Brahma and I will never be killed. Nobody can escape his death. This is a sweet story. One time, Yamraj and Garuda were going together, and it so happened that Yamraj was looking at one bird, a small bird, and Yamraj was smiling, seeing the bird. So Garuda thought that Yamraj is looking at this bird and smiling means the time over. This bird is going to die. So Garuda has affinity for birds because he's the king of the birds. So Garuda thought that I'll save this bird. So quickly, Garuda took this bird on his back, and Garuda took that bird far, 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 crossing all oceans in some safe place, and he kept that bird there and came back. Yamaraj asked Garuda, where did you go? He said, no, I went with little, work. Yamaraj said that, where is that bird? The smell is here. And Garuda tell that, this is what happened. I saved her. I kept in very safe place because I saw that you're smiling at her. Yamaraj said, you did my job. Because I was thinking, in her karma, it's written that she will die at such place, which is very, very far. But I was wondering, how this bird will reach there in such a short time. And you did the job. So nobody can escape the death. Nobody can outsmart Lord. So although Hiranyakashipu thought that now I am immortal, but there was another plan of the Lord. And it's in that ego, Hiranyakashipu started to torment the world. He started to terrorize the universe. He made demigods as his slaves. Nature had to cater to all demands of Hiranyakashipu. If he feels that I am feeling too hot, then nature has to change temperature at that very moment. If he feels that I want mangoes in the winter season, then he will get mangoes in the winter season. Not only that, if he says that jackfruit tree should give a mango fruit, a jackfruit tree has to give mango fruit. Hiranyakashipu was so powerful, just by the movement of his eyebrows, demigods would function. So much so that Narad Muni is saying, I myself would take my veena and go in Hiranyakashipu's court and sing his glories. He was so powerful. But even after having all this, he was not satisfied. This is the condition of material world. No one can satisfy a man with uncontrolled senses. It's like an blind well. No matter how much you put there, it's never filled. If beauty would have satisfied the soul, actors and actresses would be most happiest people in the world. But you always hear their stories of divorce and scandals and this and that. If power was the reason for happiness, then big wrestlers and sportsmen would be happy, but they are not. If money would be the reason for happiness, then richest people of world would be happy, but they are not. One time Bill Gates was asked that if you are given 25th hour in a day, what you would do? Everybody has 24 hours. If you're given 25th hour, what you will do? He said, I will sleep because I don't get opportunity to sleep. So this material world, no matter how much you have, you can't be satisfied. Only by hearing Krishna Katha, all senses get satisfied. This is the nature of Krishna Katha. After you hear Krishna Katha, pure Krishna Katha, your heart will be satisfied. You'll feel that, all senses, like after eating your favorite food, how you feel. In the same way, after hearing Krishna Katha, all senses will give you signal that yes, we are satisfied. This is the result. We can experiment this. If you're too disturbed, just pick up Bhagavatam and randomly read for 2-3 minutes. You'll feel that how Bhagavatam is just sucking out your all stress, your all burden, and you'll feel completely satisfied. So this Hiranyakashipu was disturbing Brahmanas, disturbing demigods. He started to teach people that they should worship him. And everybody was chanting, Om Hiranyakashipaya Namaha. And they stopped all Vishnu mantras. All yagyas were done for him. All ahutis were given for Hiranyakashipu, not for Lord Vishnu. So all demigods went and prayed to Lord that, my dear Lord, please do something. He is disturbing all of us. Lord Vishnu said, I need not to do anything. He will become the reason of his own death. Demigods asked, why? How is that? Vishnu told, when any person in this world offends my devotee, they become reason of their own death. Ravana was disturbing the whole world. Lord didn't do anything. The moment Ravana touched Sita, the moment Ravana insulted Vibhishan, his death was certain. Previously, he did so many things. He was looting here and there and doing so many nasty things. Lord was not bothered. Okay, let him do whatever he's doing. The moment he offended Vibhishan, the moment he offended Sita, done. Duryodhan was doing so many nasty things from childhood. The moment he insulted Vidur, decided, now he will be killed. In the same way, Hiranyakashipu was doing so many things. The moment he will offend Prahlad, his death will be certain. So don't worry. He will be the reason of his own death. See, if a rich person has many gardens, acres of land, and if you just go and steal some flowers and fruits, he will not mind. But if you just go and pick up his child and try to kidnap the child, then he cannot tolerate. Then he will not leave. So Lord don't mind. There's so many millions of universes. In one universe, some demon is, doing something. Lord will not mind it. But the moment somebody disturb devotee of Lord, pure devotee of Lord cannot tolerate. So this is what happened. Everyone respected Hiranyakashipu, but one person in his own house didn't respect him. Actually, he didn't follow him. He respected Hiranyakashipu. Prahlad respected Hiranyakashipu, but he didn't follow him. Actually, it was not a big deal. If whole material world is glorifying you, worshipping you, doing sacrifices for you, nature is just serving your demands. If a small boy doesn't listen to you, it's not a big deal. But this is ego, where you can't tolerate even single person not respecting you. Same happened with Daksha. All demigods stood up. He couldn't tolerate. Why Shiva didn't stand? He was not saying that all demigods are respecting him. No. Why this particular person is not respecting me? This is bondage. We feel that why this particular person is not helping me? Everybody, there's so many others respecting us, helping us, appreciating us. No. That person, Hiranyakashipu, became very attached to getting respect from Prahlad. One day he called Prahlad. He asked Prahlad, how is everything? What you are learning in school? How is everything going with you? And Prahlad started to speak. My dear father, tat sadhu manne survarya dehinam sada samudvigna diham asadgrihat hitvatupatam grihamandakupam banam gato yad harim ashrayet. He said, my dear father, all sadhus think like this. What they think? Asurvara dehinam, you are the greatest of asuras. Sada samudvigna diham asadgrihat, but you have one problem. You are attached to asat. You are attached to things which are temporary. So what should I do? Hitvatapatam grihamandakupam. Leave this blind well of family life and go to one. Vanam gato. Go to forest. And what should I do in forest? Harim ashrayeta. Take shelter of Lord Hari. Wow. Hiranyakashipu became so angry. What kind of things you're telling me? Hari is my enemy. He killed my brother Hiranyaksha in the form of Varadev. And you are glorifying him in front of me? Don't you know I am the controller of this universe? All demigods listen to me and I should worship somebody else? How can you tell like this? You should be taught in Gurukul properly. There was a big university that time, Shanda and Amarka International University. So he was sent to that university. The Shanda and Amarka were sons of Shukracharya. And they became the teachers of Prahlad. What they used to teach? Politics, how to plunder people, how to kill Brahmanas, all these things they would teach. And they asked Prahlad, who taught you? This was not in our syllabus. We are following CBSE. How come you studying ICSE? This syllabus, how did you get? Where did you learn? Prahlad responds that, does a magnet attract iron after teaching? Iron automatically get attracted to the magnet. In the same way, how you have to teach a soul to be getting attracted to Krishna? Krishna is like magnet. I am like iron. So I will naturally get attracted to Krishna. How can you think that somebody has to teach me? Shanda and Ramarka thought, no, he has to be taught nicely. He is not knowing anything now. So they taught Prahlad all these subjects of politics and how to be, animical, how to be a good demon. And after they thought that, yes, he is ready, next time he was brought in front of Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu took Prahlad in his lap and again asked, my dear son, what did you learn in school? Tell me. Sri Prahlad Vacha. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmanivedanam. You rascal! Hiranyakashipu was so angry. He threw Prahlad from his lap. You rascal! Most fallen of our family. How did you receive this education? Did your teachers teach you? The Shanda Marka started to run here and there because, they thought that Hiranyakashipu will kill them. Where did you learn this? Prahlad said, I didn't learn any. Matirna Krishne parato swatova mito abhipadyate graha vratanam Adant Gobir Vishitam Tamesri Punah Punascharvita Charvananam. My dear father, by my own endeavor or by somebody else's endeavor, one cannot get Krishna consciousness. Matirna Krishna Parato Swatova. It's not that Krishna consciousness can be aroused by somebody's brainwashing, somebody's force, or by my own effort. No, or a combination of both. Krishna consciousness cannot be captured, it is received. But people think like this because they have uncontrolled senses and they have taken a vrata, graha vratana. They have taken a vrata. They have resolute determination that they will be happy in material world. Hum honge kamyab ek din. And that is the problem, that they repeatedly chew what is already chewed. Suppose some person chew a chingam and he throws. Another person picks up that same chingam and chews and again throws. This is material world. Punah punah charvita charvanana. One already chewed, charvita, charvanana. Another person is chewing the chewed. How you will get nectar out of it? Hiranyakashipu was very, very angry. Then do you think I am not having any knowledge? Do you think I am a fool? No, my father, it's not your mistake. Nate vidu swarth gatim hi Vishnu, durashrayaya bahirarthamanina. Because people don't take shelter of Vishnu, they're taking false shelters outside. It's not your mistake, but you didn't get that opportunity. What to do? If you take shelter of a devotee of Lord, Mahatpad Rajo Abhishekam, if you get dust of the lotus feet of Lord, you can get Krishna consciousness. Hiranyakashipu said, this is too much. This boy has to be killed. Just like to save the whole body, one limb of body can be cut. Just to save a farm, and one tree is infected, one tree can be cut. To save a village, one family can be killed. In the same way, to save my whole kingdom, my son has to be killed. But look at Prahlad. He was not fearful. See, there is difference between soft and weak. Prahlad was not weak. He was soft. Sahajiyas are weak. Who are Sahajiyas? If you tell them Krishna consciousness, do Krishna consciousness, they will say yes, yes, yes. If you say no, do something sense gratification, they will say yes there also. They're so weak. Sometimes some people say that we went to a relative's house, what to do? They offered us liquor and we drank liquor. This is weakness. But Prahlad was not weak, he was soft. And there is difference between strong and hard. You can be harsh and hard. That is Mayavadi. No, this world is nothing. Leave relationships, leave everything. This is Mayavadi. Devotee is not harsh and hard. He is strong. So Prahlad was strong and soft. He was not hard and weak. So although he was telling the strongest philosophy but soft respect. So we have to learn this from Prahlad. Then Shanda and Amarka again came and they told that, my dear Lord, please give us another chance. We'll take Prahlad to school and we'll again try to teach him. And the small boy, small children speak something here and there. We should not take them seriously. So although Hiranyakashipu was very angry, but then he accepted last chance for Prahlad. So Prahlad was taken to school again. This time, Shanda and Amarka were trying their best, but something serious happened. Prahlad, when he was sitting with his other schoolmates, they asked Prahlad, we heard that your father is very angry with you. Why he is angry with you? What did you speak in front of your father that he is angry with you? The Prahlad started to tell the same instructions, that we should become devotee of Krishna and we should chant his name. And he made all schoolmates chanting Krishna's name. They were all sons of the demons. But he started to preach in the school. And then Prahlad, the schoolmates asked that, how did you learn all this, Prahlad? The Prahlad said, when I was in the womb of my mother, my father went to do austerities. And demigods thought that since I am in the womb, they will kill me in the womb. And so that Hiranyakashipu will not have any successor. Although he has other sons, but they were thinking that I will be the most powerful one. So demigods captured my mother. They kidnapped my mother. And as they were taking my mother to heaven to kill me, Narad Muni came and stopped demigods. Narad Muni said that don't try to kill him. The son in the womb of Kayadu is a great devotee of Lord. He's pure devotee of Lord. So don't kill him. Take care of Kayadu. And Narad Muni instructed demigods to circumambulate my mother. All demigods circumambulated my mother. And Narad Muni took Kayadu to her own ashram. And while I was in the womb, Narad Muni every day would tell pastimes of Krishna. And that's how in the womb I heard all the pastimes. Sometimes my mother would sleep, but I would be awake. I heard all these pastimes. So like that, by the mercy of Narad Muni, I heard all these beautiful pastimes. Look at Prahlad, he's such a gentle character. He was grateful to his Guru all the time. He's grateful now. He will be grateful when he will be tortured. And after he will see Nrsingadev, then also he will pray to Nrsingadev that, oh my dear Lord, although I am seeing you face to face, but how can I forget my spiritual master? Evam janam nipatitam prabhavahi kupe. I was following the blind populace and I was falling in the dark ditch full of snakes. But your pure devotee, my spiritual master Narad Muni saved me. How can I forget him? Although you are standing in front of me, but I can't forget my spiritual master. So if you really want to give me some blessing, give me service to my spiritual master. Prahlad is asking to Nrsingadev. So he is so grateful to his spiritual master. But when Chanda and Marcus saw that now Prahlad is spreading this in the school to other sons of the demons, they reported to Hiranyakashipu. And then Hiranyakashipu decided Prahlad should be killed. They gave so many chances to Prahlad, but Prahlad is not listening. And now Hiranyakashipu tried to kill him. He put Prahlad in boiling oil, but nothing happened to Prahlad. Imagine, he's boiling oil. If one drop of boiling oil comes on our body, what happens? Prahlad was not fearful. They threw Prahlad from a cliff. Nothing happened. They threw Prahlad in front of elephant. Nothing happened. They put him in the room full of snakes. Nothing happened. An interesting thing is, Prahlad was neither praying for his protection. He was so confident. He was just taking name of Lord, but not for protection. He said, this is very cheap thing. Lord will protect me anyway. I don't need to ask Lord to protect me. So Prahlad was just taking Lord's name, such surrender. Then Hiranyakashipu thought that I will punish this boy myself. Hiranyakashipu gave Prahlad last chance. Prahlad, do you want to accept me as Supreme Personality of Godhead? Prahlad said, no. How can I accept? Hiranyakashipu asked, where from you are getting so much power? There is a small boy standing in front of me and you are not fearful? Prahlad said, from the same place where you get power, my father. From where you are getting power, from the same place I am getting power. The source is same, Lord Vishnu. Hiranyakashipu decided that this child need to be killed. He took out his sword and he asked, Vishnu, he is hiding in the oceans. Where is he? Prahlad said, he is everywhere. He is everywhere. Is he in this palace? Yes. Is he in this pillar? Yes. Is he in this pillar? Yes. Is he in this pillar? Yes. And Nrsingadev was jumping from one pillar to another. From where it will be confirmed and I have to come out. Because he has to listen. Tava vritta nija vritta bhashitam. If his devotee says, he has to come out. So then finally Hiranyakashipu said, in this pillar is your Narayan? Prahlad said, yes. And with his sword, Hiranyakashipu attacks the pillar and he breaks the pillar. And from there, Lord Nrsingadev comes. Such a fierce form. He was so bright and illuminating that Hiranyakashipu and others could not face him. They became practically blind because of the light coming from Nrsingadev's body. And such a loud roaring sound. Nrsingadev was full anger. That is Ugra Rupa. In Mayapur and Ujjain, we see this Ugra Rupa. The Lord's legs are bent, his hands are ready to jump. That is the Rupa when he's coming out of pillar. So people were astonished to see. And Sukdev Goswami describes beautifully. Satyam vidhatum nija vritta vashitam vyapitam cha bhuteshu akhileshu chatmana. My dear Lord, you came out of Stamba. Stambe sabhayam na mrigam na manusham. You're neither animal, neither human. Such a beautiful rupa of Lord Nrsimha. And why did you come like this? Satyam vidhatum nija vritta vashitam. To prove the statement of your servants. Whose statements? Of course, Prahlad's statement. That Prahlad told that he is in the pillar. So prove his statement, Nrsimhadev came. Another devotee told something. Brahma gave boons to Hiranyakashipu. And Brahma is devotee of Lord. If Lord wanted, he would have killed Hiranyakashipu in any form. But to just keep words of Brahma, no, my devotee told, neither human, neither animal. I have to follow that. So keeping the words of Brahma, Lord came in this form. And 4 Kumaras cursed in Vaikuntha that this Jay and Vijay will become demons and Lord will go and deliver them. To keep their words, Lord came. Nija Vritta Bhashitam. He can't overrule their words. So Lord Nrsimhadev came in that fierce form and that great fight ensued. Demigods were seeing, but they were not seeing directly. They were behind clouds, they were seeing. Although they saw Nrsimhadev, but they were still fearful. If in case Hiranyakashipu is saved, and if he sees us laughing, we will be in trouble. So they were hiding and seeing. And as Hiranyakashipu was seen on top, sometimes they would again hide themselves. They're so fearful. The great fight, Hiranyakashipu was attacking Lord Nrsimhadev with his sword. But you know, some devotees tell that Hiranyakashipu was 60 feet high. Generally, people are 5 feet high, or 6 feet, maximum 7 feet. But Hiranyakashipu was 60 feet high. And you know what was the height of Lord Nrsimhadev? 180 feet high. He was 3 times bigger than Hiranyakashipu. So although he was trying his best, but he was like a rat, in front of Lord Nrsimhadev. So they were fighting. And finally, Lord Nrsimhadev took Hiranyakashipu on his lap, neither in air, neither on ground. And he took him to the doorstep of the palace, neither inside the house nor outside. It was evening time, dusk time. Neither it was morning nor night. And Lord created 13th month, Purushottam month. It was not in the 12 months. And of course, he was not a created being of Brahma. Hiranyakashipu asked Brahma that neither of your created beings should kill me. He was not created by Brahma. Brahma was created by Lord. So all conditions fulfilled. And then Lord teared apart Hiranyakashipu's stomach with his nails. No Ashtra, no Shastra, with his nails. That was the first surgery of this universe, in which operation was successful, but patient died. And Hiranyakashipu was killed. Demigods were showering flowers. But Lord thought that nobody's garlanding me. I have to do everything myself. Where to get the garland? So Lord took the intestines of Hiranyakashipu and put in his garland. Because Lord said that in his body, Prahlad came. And then he went in Kayadu's body. So he is pure. And then Lord sat on the throne of Hiranyakashipu. Actually, it was Jay and Vijay, Lord's own devotees. The Lord wanted to respect them also. The Lord sat on the throne of Hiranyakashipu. Now, all these demigods were so fearful. They wanted to come in front, but Lord was so angry. But on the contrary, Hiranyakashipu's subjects, ministers, soldiers, they were so foolish. They saw in front of their own eyes that Lord killed Hiranyakashipu, and still they ensued fight with Nrsimhadev. They attacked Nrsimhadev. Nrsimhadev was killing them like, one kills mosquitoes. And like that, Lord was killing everyone and he was roaring in anger. See, Hiranyakashipu represents ego. Ego can't be killed in any conditions. Ego can't be killed by any weapon. Ego can't be killed with, day or night. Ego can't be handled by any creature created by Brahma. Only one person can kill ego in our heart, that is Krishna himself. Therefore, when we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that kills our materialistic ego. And he saves Prahlad like bhakti in our heart. Krishna Naam Mahamantre Eito Swabhav Jai jape tar Krishna upajaya bhav. This is the nature of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that it gives rise to devotion to Krishna. Just like Prahlad Maharaj was saved and Hiranyakashipu was killed by Nrsimhadev, our ego, our false ego in heart will be killed by Lord in the form of holy name. So now demigods confirmed, they got the death certificate of Hiranyakashipu. They ensured that he is really killed. Then they came. They wanted to thank Lord Nrsimhadev. But when they saw Lord Nrsimhadev is so angry, nobody could go in front. So they told Brahma that you are our leader, you go. He said, no way, I cannot go. Because of my boons, Hiranyakashipu became like this. So Lord will be more angry with me. So I am not going for sure. So they requested Lakshmi Devi. Lakshmi Devi, you go. You are a wife. Husband cannot be angry with wife. You go. As Lakshmi Devi went ahead, Lord Nrsimhadev roared one time so loudly. Lakshmi Devi came back. No, he's not my husband. My husband, he sleeps peacefully on Sheshnag. I massage his feet. He doesn't speak anything. He's a very peaceful person. This is not my husband. Then who will go? Who will pacify the Lord? Demigod said, Lord came because of Prahlad. Let Prahlad go. And they sent Prahlad. As Lord Nrsimhadev saw Prahlad, his anger in a moment, in a flash of moment, disappeared. Lord Nrsimhadev picked up Prahlad. And just like a lion licks his own cub, Lord Nrsimhadev started licking Prahlad's body. He was ensuring that, my dear Prahlad, did you get any wound? Did you get any cut or wound by Hiranyakashipu? He was ensuring each part of Prahlad, Lord Nrsimhadev was licking. And Lord Nrsimhadev touched Prahlad's head. Prahlad became completely freed of all material contamination and desires. He became pure devotee of Lord. His heart was filled with love. His eyes was filled with tears. And he was completely captured by the love of Lord. Then Prahlad started to offer beautiful prayers. Brahmadaya Suragana Manayoda Siddha. My dear Lord, there are so many great people standing here. Brahma is here, demigods here, saintly personalities are there. But they cannot satisfy you. What is my qualification? I am a son of a demon. I am Ugra Jati, Harirup. Kim Toshitam Arhati Same Harir Ugra Jati. I am from Ugra Jati. I am a low-born person. How can I satisfy you? Such humility, Prahlad. After getting Nrsimhadev's mercy, then also he is so humble. And if our spiritual was to give one garland, we think that we are on the top of the world. He is so humble. And he said, my dear Lord Nrsimhadev, Manne dhana vijana rupa tapa shruta jas. My Lord, I don't want anything. One may possess wealth, aristocratic family, beauty, austerity, education, sensory expertise, lustre, influence, physical strength, diligence, intelligence, mystic power. But I think, my Lord, all these qualifications cannot satisfy you. However, one can satisfy you simply by devotional service. Bhaktya tushto Bhagavan. How? Gaja Yuthapaya, just like Gajendra did. He had no qualification. He was an animal. But Gajendra pleased you, my Lord, just by offering prayers. So you are satisfied just by devotional service, my Lord. Nrsimhadev became very happy. He said, ask Prahlad what you want. Prahlad said, do you think, my Lord, I am a businessman? Do you think I did all this devotional service for getting some boon? No. If you really want to give me something, make my heart pure. Make my heart free from all contamination of this world. Nrsimhadev blessed, so be it. And then Prahlad Maharaj said that, my Lord, I have only one concern. That in this material world, there can be risk anytime. I can forget your lotus feet. So can you take me back with you? Lord Nrsimhadev said, what to speak about you? What to speak about your father? 21 generations will be delivered in a family in which a devotee like you is born. Then Prahlad said, Lord Nrsimhadev, Balasya Neha, what you're talking about, father? Balasya Neha Sharanam Pitarau Nrsimha, Nartasya Chagam Uduvanti Majjotano, Taptasya Tat Pratividhirya ihaja sheshtas tavad vibho tanubhritam tvad upekshitanam. My dear Lord, if father mother cannot save their child, expert physician cannot save their patients, or a perfect boat cannot save a drowning man, if you are not merciful on them. If you are merciful, we will be saved at any step. There were one time one family went to Ganga Sagar in Bengal, and they were riding in boat. This father mother was sitting, and they were small child. He was playing in water. They sit on the edge of boat and they put hand in water. So as this child was putting his hand in water, one crocodile caught his hand. Now mother was scared, father was scared. They were holding child and they were pulling towards them. But this crocodile was very strong. He was pulling the child inside. Imagine, small child. And so much so that this whole boat started to shake. Now the boatman told that, in this area, there's not one crocodile. There are group of crocodiles. They catch each other's tail, and they will be so forceful that they will topple the whole boat. So you have two options. Either you both jump with your son inside and save him, or you leave the child. What they had done, they had to leave the child. So even mother, father who love children so much, they cannot save them, my Lord, if you are not merciful. So you are my real father, you are my real mother. Lord Nrsimhadev was very happy with his prayers. He said, Prahlad, do you have any other desire? He said, my dear Lord, I am not afraid of anything. I don't want anything. My only concern is for those fools and rascals who are in this material nature, thinking that their family, societies, countries will make them happy. I'm just simply concerned for them. So if you really want to give me something, you deliver all the fallen souls in this material world. This is devotee's prayer. He is not asking anything for himself. He's saying that these conditioned souls, they are suffering in separation from you. My Lord, please take them back. Lord Nrsimhadev was very happy. And hearing this, Yudhishthir Maharaj was very happy. That yes, here is an example where Lord saved a son of a demon also. So if we are devotee like that, Lord will save us in any condition. Narada also was very happy. Narada said, not only Prahlad, he was fortunate for sure. But look at your fortune, Yudhishthir. Don't compare yourself with Prahlad. You are so special. Nrsimhadev came for Prahlad, that is for sure. But Krishna, the source of all incarnation, left his home and is living with you. Think about it, how special you are. Then Yudhishthir Maharaj was, again asking. He was saying that, my dear Narad Muni, tell me one thing. Generally, people are not sinful like Hiranyakashipu. Neither they are too devoted like Prahlad. There's something in between. So what is hope for them? Either they are so like Prahlad, so Krishna will come and save, or they are like Hiranyakashipu, Krishna will kill them. But generally, people are between. They're neither Prahlad, neither Hiranyakashipu. What is hope for them? So Narad Muni said, for them, there is system of Varnashram. In last 5 chapters of 7th canto, there is description of Varnashram. So these 4 ashramas, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyas, and 4 Varnas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. The system is meant so that people can elevate from their tendencies slowly to devotional service. So there is vivid description of that. And then with this, it ends the Swambhu Manu's family. So then Parikshit was thinking that Parikshit Maharaj was thinking that Sukadeva Goswami spent 7 cantos just describing Swambhu Manu's family. But there are 14 Manus. What were other Manus doing? So then in 8th canto, there is description of other Manus. There is a long list of different Manus, what are their cabinet members, what are the demigods, which incarnation took birth and which Manu, all that is described. And as Sukadeva Goswami is describing this Manus, he came to Tamas Manu. And he told that in Tamas Manu's time, Lord Hari came and he saved Gajendra. So Parishit Maharaj heard, yeah, Gajendra, I heard this name. Where I heard? Prahlada's prayer. Prahlad was praying, Gaja Yuthapaya, that Lord, you are pleased by devotion just like Gajendra pleased you. So then Parishit told, wait. Gajendra, please tell me about Gajendra. What was the story of Gajendra? So 8th canto, 2nd chapter starts with the story of Gajendra. Sukadeva Goswami tells that Gajendra was a very powerful elephant, and as he was so powerful, he was also proud of his power. No one could defeat him. And when he would walk with his family, whole earth would shake. He was so powerful. Like any other day, one day this Gajendra was bathing with his family in lake. And as he was bathing there, one crocodile attacked Gajendra and caught hold of his feet. Now, crocodile is an animal of water, and Gajendra as an elephant was an animal of land. So when Gajendra was in water, although he was very powerful, but that was not his kshetra. So he was weak in water. And crocodile, because he was an animal of water, he was very strong in water. So he was dragging Gajendra inside. And there was a great fight. Prabhupada writes in that purport that everyone has to understand where they belong. Are they animal of water or animal of land? We have to select our ashram accordingly. We need to check where we fit in. It will help. Suppose a brahmachari is in ashram and he is looking out of window remembering his parents all the time. He is not fit to be a brahmachari. Or a grihastha is in grihastha ashram but he is not responsible towards his family. He is just neglecting his responsibilities on the name of spiritual life. He is not fit to be grihastha. So one has to understand where they belong. Now, it was a great fight. Gajendra was asking help from his family members, but his family members couldn't help. They were just crying, standing on in the bank of the lake. No one could help. Then Gajendra remembered from his previous life. In last life, he was King Indradyumna. And from his previous life, he remembered that if we really want help, only one person can give exclusive shelter. That is Lord Krishna. So he lifted his trunk up and took one lotus flower from nearby, and then he started to pray to Lord. My dear Lord, I am an animal. I have no hope. Please save me. Muktaya bhuri karunaya namo alaya samasena sarvatanu brin manasi pratita. Oh my Lord, please save me. You are Muktaya, you are free. Everyone in this world is bound, but only you are free. So you are free, you can make others free. Bhuri karunaya. Somebody can be free and has caliber of helping others. But what if he is not compassionate? But Lord, you are Bhuri Karunaya. You are ocean of mercy. You are Karuna Sindhu. Muktaya Bhuri Karunaya. And Namo Alaya. You are very eager to help your devotees. You are not lazy. You are very eager to help your devotees. So when he prayed like that, Lord Vishnu came in the form of Hari and he saved Gajendra. He killed a crocodile and he saved Gajendra. So Parishit Maharaj asked a question. He said, again, what was the previous life of Gajendra? How come he became such nice devotee in animal body? Then Sukadeva Goswami tells about past life of Gajendra. In past life, he was King Indradyumna. He was a very pious king. And one day, King Indradyumna decided that I don't want to entangle myself in the material world. He left everything. He went on the top of mountain and he just focused himself in worshipping the deity of Lord. So he was serving Lord there with all sincerity. But even on that mountain, since it is in the material world, there has to have some problem. So he thought he is completely free from all attachment, all risk. But there came one problem. Agastya Rishi came there. Nobody called Agastya Rishi. Indradyumna didn't call, anybody else didn't call, but from nowhere Agastya Rishi came. And not only alone, he came with all his disciples. Now at that time Indradyumna was worshipping the Lord. As he was worshipping the Lord, his whole attention was on the Lord. But Agastya Rishi became angry. This is how you respect your guest? First of all, Indradumna was not king that time. He was just as good as a mendicant in the forest. And he was worshipping the deity of Lord. So his attention was there. But Agastya Rishi became angry. He said, this is how you receive your guest? This is how you know the Vedic culture? You are uneducated, uncultured, offensive. And all good qualities of Indradumna were neglected by Agastya Rishi. But he only saw that he didn't receive him properly. Agastya Rishi cursed him and he became an animal. See, there are possibilities of getting, being misunderstood in the material world. No matter how best you do, there is always this risk. Even Krishna was misunderstood. We will see in 10th canto how Krishna was blamed for stealing the money, Kaustuva jewel of Satyavrata. So, Satrajit, this happens, but then devotee has to learn to tolerate. And Indradumna, his reaction is very exemplary. Some may say that, oh, Indradumna could have justified, he could have clarified. But in all these stories which we are learning in Bhagavatam, it's not about conquering enemies. It's about conquering our mind and senses. Bhagavatam teaches this. Bhagavatam will not say how to defeat your enemies. Bhagavatam will teach how to defeat the mind, how to defeat the senses. And therefore, Indradumna accepted that condition, accepted that curse as the mercy of Lord. Srila Prabhupada writes a beautiful, beautiful purport to this verse. Srila Prabhupada says, 5 things a devotee should feel when challenging situation come in his life. First thing is, he should understand it is Lord's desire. Second thing, he should think it's not only desire of Lord, it is his blessing. Third thing, devotee should think it is because of my mistake. Fourth thing, I did mistake, I should be punished very severely, but Lord is just giving me token punishment. And fifth thing is, whatever is happening in my life is for my purification. Then what should be response? Prabhupada writes in purport, three points of response. First thing is, after getting any challenging situation, devotee should not leave his service. Continue the service to the same Lord because of whom you got cursed. Never leave your service. No matter whatever happens, never leave your service. Second is, remain undisturbed. Third is, remain dependent on the Lord. We should never think that Lord is not powerful enough. How can this happen? How could Agastya curse me? I was worshipping the Lord. I was not doing sense gratification. No. Still we have to dependent on Lord. Srila Prabhupada, when he writes this song, Bado Kripa Koile Krishna Adha Mere Prati, he uses a very beautiful word addressing Krishna. He says, Krishna, you are Kautuki. Kautuki means a magician. What does magician do? Magician can, like if magician has a hat, he can bring rabbit out of hat. So he can appear anything. And if you have like this glass of water is there, magician can disappear this glass. So magician can make anything to appear, he can make anything disappear. In the same way, Krishna is Kautuki. In one fraction of second, he can vanish all our miseries. In one fraction of second, he can give us all blessings also. So we should have that faith that he can do anything. And what should be expectation of devotee from Lord? That we have only one expectation, that Krishna, you will take care of us all in all respects. Whatever you're doing to draw us, nearer to you. You are doing to promote us back to Godhead. See, all these points are written by Srila Prabhupada in one purport. Can you imagine how deep teachings Prabhupada gave in this Srimad Bhagavatam? Although we are just, having a summary study, but this should inspire us to read Bhagavatam more deeply. We should read each purport of Srila Prabhupada. There's so much nectar Srila Prabhupada said, my purports are my devotional ecstasies. If you want to see his ecstasy of a pure devotee, we can see in Prabhupada's purport. Now, what was the result of Indradyumna's tolerance and accepting that curse as Krishna's blessing? That in next life, he became Gajendra and he saw Lord face to face, and we are reading about him after so many thousands of years. If he would have retaliated, we are not reading about Agastya Rishi, we are reading about who was cursed. So in the same way, if we accept every situation a Lord's blessing, then we can also become a pure devotee of Lord. After that, there comes another beautiful pastime. Brihaspati goes to meet Indra, and Brihaspati takes a garland to give it to Indra. As Brihaspati gives garland to Indra, Indra gives this garland to his elephant Airavat. And Airavat, in front of Brihaspati only, he puts that garland under his feet and Airavat crushes the garland. Brihaspati feels insulted. Brihaspati curses Indra that may you lose all your power, may you lose heaven. Indra was in big trouble. Indra went to the Lord and prayed. Lord said, okay, you do Samudra Manthan. By Samudra Manthan, you will get the powers, you will get the nectar, and you will again be powerful. Now, how to do Samudra Manthan? It's a big task. Demigods alone cannot do it. Vishnu told you should tie up with the demons. Now, look at demigods. Whatever they are, at least they have one good thing. They listen to the Lord. This is their good aspect. So, demigods approached demons and they said, we want to work together with you in Samudra Manthan. Demons also were clever. They thought that, okay, we will do Samudra Manthan. When nectar will come, we'll cheat demigods and we will take the nectar. Demigods were also thinking the same way. When nectar will come, we'll cheat demons and we'll take the nectar. So like that, both had their own plans, but they came together for churning the ocean. Now for churning the ocean, you need a churning rod. And such a big sheer sagar, how to churn with a small rod? So you need a big churning rod. So Lord said, okay, bring Mandar mountain. Now as they went to take Mandar mountain, it was so heavy, both demons and demigods collectively couldn't lift it. Somebody broke their hands, somebody broke their legs, and they were all fractured here and there. Then Lord himself came and lifted Mandar mountain for them. As they placed mountain on the water, on the ocean, the mountain sank. Another problem. They told Lord, there's another problem. Then Lord came in the form of kurma, in the form of tortoise. And Lord lifted this Mandar mountain on its back, on his back. Now there has to be a churning rope from whom Mandar mountain will be tied, and both sides, demons and demigods, will pull it. What can be the big rope? So Lord Vishnu said, bring Vasuki. Vasuki snake is long and powerful snake, and he can bear this load of churning the ocean. So as Lord told about Vasuki, he saw Garuda sitting next to him. Lord says, if Garuda will be here and Vasuki will come, Garuda will say, Mahaprasade Govinde. His Garuda's food is snakes. So Lord said, Garuda, you should go away. See, Lord was so thoughtful. Who will be appropriate where? This is perfect management. Lord knows where to keep home in which place. Sometimes we complain, I was doing such nice service, why I am removed? Nobody can take action without Lord's sanction. Maybe Lord has another plan for us. Like if we see in Chaitanya Leela also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent his so many devotees to preach in Bengal. But he sent Rup Sanatan in Vrindavan. Why? Because that area was predominantly ruled by Mughals. And how to deal with Mughals, Rup Sanatan knew, because Rup Sanatan served under Muslim government. So Lord knew whom to send where. He didn't send Nityanand Prabhu to Vrindavan. Nityanand Prabhu he sent to Bengal. And Rup Sanatan he sent to Vrindavan. So Lord know where to engage whom. We should have that faith. So Vasuki was brought. Now, demigod said, okay, we will catch the head part, and demons, you catch the tail part. Demons became very angry. Why tail part? Why we are always discriminated like that? You should catch the tail part and we will catch the head part. Demigods thought, yeah, mission successful. Because when we will pull this Vasuki, he will release these fumes of poison. So whoever is at the head part, he has to tolerate these fumes of poison. So demons, from their own intelligence, they selected that part, and demigods came to tail part. And then they started to pull. But as they were pulling, the Mandar mountain started to topple. Because from bottom, Kurma Avatar was giving support, but from top, it was toppling. What to do? Lord had to take another incarnation as Ajit. And Lord caught hold Mandar mountain from top. So see, Lord has to do so much to help his devotees. We think that we are making many, many plans. But tab ichha vina kichu korite na pare. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that this jiva, living entity, plans so much, but without help of Lord, he can't do anything. So every aspect of Samudra Manthan Leela, Lord was personally present. And as the ocean was churned, first thing which came out was poison. Now demigods became fearful. What will happen? This poison will burn the whole world. Demigods went to Lord Shiva and they said, my dear Lord Shiva, please drink poison. Can you say this shameful? Can you see the shameful statement? See, Daksha cursed Lord Shiva that he will never partake into the offerings of yajna. So demigods never invited Shiva to share the oblations of sacrifice. And now they went to him that please drink poison. Such a shameful people. Just like they went to Dadichi, you remember? From Vitrasur, they wanted to make this Vajra and they went to Dadichi to get his bones. In the same way, they went to Lord Shiva, please drink poison so that we can drink nectar. Lord Shiva was also joking. He said, oh, I cannot take my decision. I have to ask my wife. Demigods said, oh my Lord, what will happen now? Shiva wanted to test them. And Shiva asked Parvati, Parvati, can I drink poison? Parvati said, yes, you can digest anything. And then Parvati permits, Lord Shiva drinks the poison. But as he was drinking it, he thought, oh, in my heart, Lord is sitting. I can't serve my Lord poison, so I can't drink it inside. So although he drank from mouth, but he cannot drink it inside. So what he did, he kept that poison in his neck. And as a result, his neck became blue. From that day, Lord Shiva was called as Nilakantha. So devotee should also be like Nilakantha. Sometimes we get urge of speaking that no, this devotee did wrong and I will chastise him and I will tell him this and that. But we can't speak. Also, we cannot keep inside. So what you have to do, you have to become Nilakantha. Keep in your kantha, but don't speak. You can speak to someone who can really help, some senior. So like that, Lord Shiva drank poison, and then finally so many things came from Samudra Manthan. Uchcheshrava horse came, the Eravat elephant came. So many wonderful things came from Samudra Manthan. And then a beautiful lady came. She was Lakshmi Devi. As Lakshmi Devi appeared, all demons and demigods forgot nectar also. They thought, forget about nectar, look at her. She's so beautiful. And all wanted that Lakshmi should become their wife. But Lakshmi was seeing everyone, all demigods, all demons. Lakshmi was just examining them. That everybody is full of faults. No one is perfect in this world. If you really want perfect relation, then only one person, Lord Vishnu. He can only be a perfect relative. Nobody else. Everybody is selfish. So Lakshmi said, I don't want to go into any selfish relationship. I want to have a pure, selfless relationship. And therefore, she decided that I will marry Lord Vishnu. She approaches Lord Vishnu, and then Lakshmi was married to Lord Vishnu. After that, finally, Dhanvantari comes with a pot of nectar. As Dhanvantari comes, the demons snatch pot from his hand. And they started to fight among themselves. Who will drink? Who will drink? The Lord said that they will spoil everything. Lord did take another incarnation, Mohini Avatar. She was so beautiful. See, Krishna is all attractive, being a male. Imagine if Krishna becomes female, how attractive he will be. So Mohini Avatar was so attractive. All these demons with the pot of nectar, they went to him. They said, "Who are you?" Another demon said, "Doesn't matter whoever she is. Look at her, she's so beautiful." So somebody said, "What about this Amrit? What to do about nectar?" Another demon said, "Forget about this pot of Amrit. Look at, she's walking Amrit. She's, she's walking Amrit. Just taste her beauty." Demigod said that, "Okay, then give us Amrit. You don't want Amrit, you want her, you take her, they give us Amrit." Demon said, "No, no, no, let her decide. Whatever she will tell, we will accept." They were so fascinated with Mohini's beauty. He said, "Whatever you will tell, we will accept." And they handed over this pot of nectar to Lord Vishnu in the form of Mohini. Then Mohini Avatar said that, "Okay, you all sit in 2 rows and I will feed everybody." So then Mohini was changing pots. She was feeding nectar to the demigods and she was feeding plain water to demons. One demon, Rahu, noticed this and he came from the queue of demons to the queue of demigods, and by mistake Mohini fed Rahu nectar. But Surya and Chandra, sun and moon, saw that and they pointed out that he is a demon. And in the meantime, Lord Vishnu released his chakra to cut his head. But because he drank nectar, he became immortal. And because of cutting the head, his head part became Rahu and body part became Ketu. So they both became Rahu and Ketu. And because sun and moon pointed out their mistake, Rahu and Ketu decided, okay, we will take revenge. So Rahu and Ketu always come and they eclipse sun and moon. So anyway, the demigods drank nectar, but because they offended Durvasa, still they were not that powerful. They fought with demons, they killed demons, but still demigods were not that powerful as before. And here all demons were killed, their Guru Shukracharya saved them. Shukracharya knew one special technique called Sanjeevani. And with that technique, he revived the lives of demons. And he made one particular demon as their leader. His name was Bali Maharaj. So Bali Maharaj was given new life by Shukracharya. And as Bali Maharaj got this new life, he became so grateful to Shukracharya. He started to serve Shukracharya with all his life and soul. Shukracharya told Bali Maharaj, "You do many sacrifices. Bali Maharaj, you serve the cows. Bali Maharaj, you do charity." And Bali Maharaj started to follow all instructions of his spiritual master. Look, here is an apparent demon, Bali Maharaj. He is listening to his spiritual master. And their demigods who drank nectar, they disrespected Brihaspati. Now, as a result, when Bali Maharaj attacked Amaravati, the heavenly kingdom of Indra, just by seeing Bali Maharaj's strength and glow on his body, demigods became terrified. Just by seeing him, they didn't fight. Bali Maharaj was not drinking nectar. He was mortal, and demigods had already drank nectar. But then also they were fearful of Bali Maharaj, and they escaped. Some demigod became bird, some demigod became mouse, and they all vacated heaven. When Bali Maharaj entered heaven, he found nobody because all demigods left in fear of Bali Maharaj. So then Bali Maharaj became king of heaven. And Bali Maharaj was doing many, many yajnas. Now, seeing this condition of demigods, somebody is hiding like a parrot, somebody is hiding like a sparrow, somebody is hiding like a snake. Their mother Aditi became very unhappy. See, mother cannot tolerate, the misery of the children. So Aditi became very worried that, my children are suffering like this. And she went to Kashyap. She told that, my children are suffering like this. So please help me. So Kashyap tells her also the same thing. Do Payovrata. So Aditi does Payovrata. She drinks only milk and does severe austerities. As a result, Lord Vishnu becomes her son. He comes in the form of Vamandev. So Vamandev appears from the body of Aditi. Vamandev asks Aditi, my dear mother, what do you want? Aditi says, my dear Lord, my sons are suffering a lot because of Bali. So you can kill Bali. Vamandev said, no, my mother, I cannot do that. Why? Because I am father of everyone. Sarva Yonishu Kante. But more than that, you are a devotee, demigods are devotees, and Bali is also devotee. I can't kill my devotees. I am protector of my devotees. Name Bhakta Pranashyati. I already declared that my devotee never perishes. So I can't kill my devotees. Aham Bhakta Paradhina. I am under them. But Aditi said, then how you will help me? Vamandev said, I cannot kill him, but I can beg from him. Since I am dependent on my devotees, I can beg from them. So Aditi said, okay, as your wish, please help us. So then Vamandev decided to beg. So as Vamandev appeared, he was so beautiful. He was a dwarf. He was small in height. Short legs, small hands, very beautiful. Apsaras were dancing in heaven. Gandharvas were singing praises. And all great sages, demigods, Manus, Pitas, fire gods, everybody came and offered their prayers. Their conch shells, kettle drums, different type of musical instruments. All Gandharvas were playing in concert. And their different Siddhas, Vidyadharas, everybody was dancing that Lord Vamandev came and now he will save us. His father, Kashyap Muni, performed the birth ceremony. Mother Earth appeared and offered her deer skin. He had to wear some clothes. So Mother Earth gave her clothes, deer skin. Soma, the moon god, came and gave him Brahmadanda. Brahmacharis carry one rod that is given to Vamandev by moon god. Then Surya personally gave him Gayatri mantra because first Gayatri is connected to sun. Sun himself came and gave to Gayatri mantra to Vamandev. Then Aditi, his own mother, gave him kopin to wear. Indra came and gave him umbrella. Indra is the demigod of rain, so he gave umbrella. And Brihaspati came and he gave him Yagyupavit, Janev, because he is the guru of demigods. So he came and gave him Yagyupavit. Brahma himself gave the water pot, because brahmachari is supposed to carry their own water pot. Then Saptarishis came, the 7 great sages. They came and gave him kusha grass. Mother Saraswati came. Saraswati gave him a garland of Rudraksha. Kuber came. Kuber is the treasurer of the demigods. He is very rich. But you know what he gave to Vamandev? He gave him begging pot. so that he can beg alms. But there was a problem. Lord never knew how to beg. He never knew how to beg. Although he decided he will beg from Bali Maharaj, but Lord always knew how to give. He never knew how to beg. So who will teach him begging? Lord Shiva came. Lord Shiva taught Lord how to beg. This training was given by Lord Shiva. And then Bhagavati Parvati gave first alms to Vamandev, first Bhiksha. So with his small hands, he was holding all these things, his small feet, his small face, very beautiful form of Vamandev. He's taking baby steps, but he was walking very fast. And people are asking, where are you going? He said, I have to go and meet my devotee, Bali Maharaj. So Bali Maharaj was doing this yajna in Gujarat, Bharuch. That was the Bragakach area where Bali Maharaj was doing his yajna. And Vamandev goes and he, with his sweet voice, Vamandev calls Bali Maharaj, Bhavatam Bhiksham Dehi. As the priest saw this beautiful boy, they thought that, is he sun god himself? No, no, he looks little younger. Is he Sanat Kumar? Who is he? His transcendental sound is like nectar to the ears. Krishna tells in Gita, Anudvegakaram Vakyam Satam Priyam Hitam Chayat. Words should be pleasing, they should be beneficial, they should be truthful. All these were in the voice of Vamandev. Bali felt so satisfied just by hearing the words of Vamandev. Bali thought, I am doing so many sacrifices, I am the king of heaven. But I am not that satisfied. And here some dwarf Brahmana came at my doorstep. He is actually Atmaram. He is actually satisfied. See, just by somebody's voice, you can understand the state of his heart. When Sita heard sound of Ravan, Ravan also came as a bhikshu on his door in Panchavati. And he came in the form of a sadhu. But his voice was full of fear and hypocrisy. Therefore, Sita was not ready to come out. Sita said, no, no, I will keep fruits and you take. So Sita could understand hypocrisy in the voice of Ravan. Words reflect one's psychology. But here, Vamandev's voice was full of satisfaction. Bali Maharaj understood this person didn't come to beg. This person came to give. Narad Paribrajak Upanishad says, if a self-realized soul comes to your door, even before you're giving charity to him, ancestors of that house gets delivered. Just by his coming to the door. You don't do anything to him. Then also, just if he comes to the door, all ancestors get delivered. So Bali Maharaj was very happy and he left Yajna and he came in front of Vamandev. And he said, my dear Brahmana, the son of Brahmana, please tell what can I give you? Vamandev started to speak. He said, I know all your ancestors and I know how magnanimous they were. I know all the yajnas they have done. Bali Maharaj said, okay, you know about my ancestors? Yes, yes. I know about your father. Your father was Virochan. And he was so magnanimous that he gave whatever anybody asked. That was a Dan Yajna of Virochan. And by his piety, he became so pious that Indra and Surya became envious of him. So Surya came down in the form of a sadhu. And Indra came in the form of sadhu. Indra tested your father. Indra said, you are so magnanimous. You decided that whatever we'll ask, you'll give me. Virochan said, yes. Indra said, give your head. Without thinking, your father cut your head and gave to Indra. So I know how magnanimous your father was. Bali understood, Lord has some similar plan. As my father was cheated, I will also be cheated. But Bali Maharaj was very happy to hear the voice of Lord. So he said, okay, who else you know in my family? Vamandev said, your grandfather I know. Your grandfather is Prahlad. And Prahlad, he is such a great devotee of Lord, and then Lord glorifies Prahlad. And then Bali asked that, whom else you know? Oh, I know Hiranyakashipu also. And Lord started to glorify Hiranyakashipu also. He was so austere, he was standing on one toe and he did such big sacrifices, big austerities. Acha, whom else you know? His father I know. His father is Kashyap. Kashyap is the source of all species. Different species come from Kashyap. We all are his children. So Kashyap is such a great sadhu. Acha, whom else you know? Kashyap's father Marichi I know. He's always engaged in doing yajnas. Acha, whom else you know? Marichi's father Brahma I know. Brahma is also absorbed always in Vedic literature. Acha, who else? Now about this I don't know. Brahma's father, I have to think, I have to meditate. Acha, how you will meditate? I need some place to sit. Bali said, okay, sit anywhere and meditate and let me know who is Brahma's father. Brahma said, no, this is my resolution. I only sit in my own land. I don't sit in anybody else's land. Acha, how much land you need? I need only 3 steps of land. Oh, 3 steps of land? You are very small. You don't know what to ask. Now you're not married. When you'll marry, you will have wife, children, everybody. You will need big land. So I'll give you big land. No, 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 no. Don't give me big land. Then I'll be entangled in material world. Only give me three steps of land. I will stand, you will sit there, and I'll meditate on Lord. So then Bali Maharaj accepted. And he decided that, okay, I will give you what you want. But his Guru Shukracharya came and he said, no, don't believe him. He is Vishnu, he's cheating you. Bali Maharaj said, I already promised. Shukracharya said, no. If you promise anybody in joking or in danger, you can just refuse. Now Bali Maharaj understood one thing. He said, so long Shukracharya was teaching me such nice lessons from scriptures. But now what he's teaching is not at all in scriptures. So when Guru goes against scriptures, Guru can be rejected. Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, all three should go parallel. Guru should be referring to the Shastras, referring to other saintly persons. If Guru becomes independent of Shastra, he is not a bona fide Guru. So Bali rejects Shukracharya. See, till this point, Bali was a mixed devotee. But now onwards, Bali became pure devotee of Lord because he rejected everything else just for the service of Lord. Shukracharya thought that he is not listening to me, but I should save him. So Shukracharya went and sat in the kamandalu of Bali Maharaj. He said, if water will not come out, there will be no sankalpa. And there will be no sankalpa, there will be no charity. So my disciple will be saved. But then when Bali Maharaj was trying to take water, water was not coming. Then Vamandev said, we have all solution for this kind of problem. Give me. He took kamandalu and from his umbrella, he took some kusha grass and he puts kusha grass to clean the kamandalu. And as a result, Shukracharya's one eye was broken by Lord and he became half blind. And then Bali Maharaj took water in hand. He took sankalpa that I will donate 3 steps of land to this Vaman. As he promised, Bali Maharaj said, now you can take the steps. In one step, Lord covered whole earthly planets. Another one step, Lord covered whole heavenly planets and whole sky. Now nothing is left. Lord said, where is my third land? Give me my third step of land. Where is my third step? Where should I keep third step? Bali Maharaj could not speak. Then Lord arrested Bali Maharaj. He bound Bali Maharaj with ropes. And Bali Maharaj was standing there. See, Lord will test to greatest degree. Nobody becomes Mahajan like that. Bali Maharaj is a Mahajan. Nobody becomes Mahajan so easily. It requires avyabhichari bhakti. Avyabhichari means, vyabhichar means one woman who goes with many men. Avyabhichari bhakti means one who is completely dependent on Lord. Suppose in a marketplace, if a lady is walking and some bunch of boys mistreat that lady, what will happen? Many people will come and they will beat the boys, they will save the woman. In the same place, if a prostitute is walking and if some boys mistreat prostitute, will anybody come to save her? Nobody will come. So if we become like prostitute, little bit Lord, little bit demigod, little bit our relatives, little bit our own body, then nobody will save. Neither relatives will save, neither Lord will save, neither demigods will save, neither our body will save. We have to become avyabhichari, just like a chaste lady depending on her husband only. Bali Maharaj was completely dependent on Lord only. A pure devotee never get deviated from the service of Lord. Despite of all difficulties, impediment, anything comes in the discourse. No. Pragad premer ei swabhava achar, nij dukh vignadi na kare vichar. This is the symptom of pragad prem, intense love. That one doesn't think what is wrong with me, what is misery with me. No. Lord should be pleased. That is the symptom of a pure devotee. Like when Srila Prabhupada's factory was burned, Srila Prabhupada simply smiled and he said, it's Krishna's mercy. Now we read this pastime, but we have to really see how difficult it must be. I saw my mama, my uncle's factory getting burned. My uncle was jumping in the fire. People were catching him. He said, my factory is getting burnt. Now my whole life is spoiled. What I'll do by living? Let me also die. People are affected by such things. Srila Prabhupada was just smiling. He said, it's just Krishna's mercy. So this is, speciality of pure devotee. We all have to climb the stairs to reach Golok Vrindavan. But interesting thing is, each stair is one calamity. If we cross one calamity with a positive spirit in Krishna consciousness, we go one step high. Therefore, devotee's attitude is, Bhalo manda nahi jani, seva matra kari. Tumhare sansare ami vishay prahari. My Lord, I don't know what is good, what is bad. I am simply serving you. I am simply taking care of your sansar. Whatever expectations are from me, I am just fulfilling them. So he was fixed in his determination. Bali Maharaj said, you punish me, you tie me, you kill me, I will be surrendered to you. Vamandev was very satisfied. But then Brahma comes. Brahma becomes advocate. Brahma said, Lord, this is not fair. How can you do this? You say in Gita, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. If a little bit flower, fruit you offer, I will be satisfied. Here he gave whole kingdom. Then also you are not satisfied. You are binding him. And you cheated him. You became a small dwarf Brahmana. Now you became such a big person. It is not his fault. Lord thought that my Brahma Sampradaya is getting disturbed. My Brahma Madhav Sampradaya has to come and Brahma is only getting confused. Then what will happen? Then Krishna says, no. I did this because this is my mercy to make him humble. If my devotee become proud, I cannot tolerate that. Bali was proud of his opulence. Similarly, we will see in 10th canto, Sudama was proud of his poverty. So Krishna broke his pride by giving opulence. Here, Bali was proud of his opulence. So Krishna took away that opulence. So Krishna has his own plan how to break the pride. And another main reason is, I want to glorify Bali. That even though I'm torturing him so much, his devotion is not deviating. He is fixed in his determination. When calamities come to karmis, it comes as a reaction. When calamities come to sadhakas, it comes for purification. And when calamities come to pure devotees, it comes for glorification. So Lord wants to glorify Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj surrenders his own life. He says, my Lord, you took everything from me, but one thing I still have, that is myself. So third feet, please keep on me. Because the owner is bigger than the property. So he took my property, but I'm separate from my property. So you please accept me in your shelter. So Lord places his third step on Bali's head and Bali enters Sutal. Now somebody may blame that, oh, Lord sent him to lower planetary system. No. Lord made arrangements in Sutal more opulent than Swarga. And to protect Bali Maharaj, Lord became his doorkeeper. Lord said that in heaven, demigods always have problem. That demons will attack. They're always insecure. But here I am standing as your doorkeeper. Don't worry. So Bali was given even a higher position than Indra. So like that, after in 9th canto, there are so many stories of so many kings. Name after name, there are so many stories. And just to read their names are so purifying. One of the such kings is Amrish Maharaj. And Amrish Maharaj was doing this Ekadashi Vrat. Durvasa Muni comes on the Paran time. Amrish Maharaj welcomes Durvasa Rishi. And then Durvasa Muni goes and sits in Sandhya Vandan. He takes long time in Sandhya Vandan. In the meantime, the time for Paran was passing. So Brahmanas tell Amrish Maharaj, at least break fast by drinking little water. So Amrish follows their order. When Durvasa comes to know that Amrish broke his fast, he became very angry. And Durvasa produces a demon to kill Amrish Maharaj. But as he does that, Lord sends his Sudarshan Chakra, he kills the demon, and Sudarshan chases Durvasa. Durvasa was running. He went to Brahma, he went to Shiva. Nobody could help. Finally, he went to Lord Vishnu. My dear Lord, please stop your Sudarshan. Vishnu said, no, I can't do anything. Aham Bhakta Paradhina. I am the property of my devotees. My Sudarshan, I am helpless to stop my Sudarshan. He himself went. Because if you offend my Vaishnava, only they have power to forgive. I can't forgive you. Durvasa finally comes and offers obeisances to Amrish Maharaj. Durvasa was a renunciate, he was a sannyasi. Here Amrish was a grihastha. He was an ordinary king from external view. Then also see the power of devotional service. Durvasa is falling in the feet of Amrish Maharaj. And Amrish Maharaj forgives Durvasa. Durvasa Muni glorifies Amrish that Amrish, you are a true Vaishnava. Because only Vaishnavas have power to forgive. Nobody else in this world can forgive. Demigods become angry, they cannot forgive. Yogis, Siddhis, they cannot forgive. Only Vaishnavas can forgive. And therefore, you are a very great Vaishnava. Like that, there are more description of kings in the Surya Vansha, in the dynasty of Sun. And then in that dynasty, there are stories of Shaubari Muni and many Ikshvaku and others. So many names. When you read the name, you'll think, oh, how can Sukadeva Goswami remember all these names? He remembered all these names because these kings are related to Krishna. There were so many rulers in this world. Nobody remembered them. If somebody asks that, okay, you tell all prime ministers of India. Now, India is only 75 years in, like independence. But hardly, except some IAS preparation students, nobody can even tell prime ministers of India, kitne prime minister hue, or how many presidents. Nobody can tell. But here Sukadeva Goswami telling so many, hundreds of names are there in ninth canto of different kings. Why? Because they are related to Krishna. In their dynasty, different incarnations took. So one of such king was Shaubari Muni. Actually, he was not a king, he was a sage. Shaubari Muni was doing austerities underwater. And you see how there can be distraction. Shaubari Muni left everything and he went underwater so that he can meditate peacefully. But there he sees two fishes. And as he sees these two fishes mating, Shaubari Muni also thought, oh, I should also have family. So any time distraction can come in material world. We should be very, very cautious. Shaubari Muni comes out of water and he goes to the king. He said, I want to marry your daughter. King sees this sadhu is a long beard, long jata, and he is so emancipated, and he want to marry my daughter. But if I say no, he will curse me. So king said, okay, you do one thing. You ask my daughters. If any one of them want to marry you, you can marry. And king was confident that my daughters will deny. So this sage cannot do anything. So Shaubari Muni said, okay, this is his plan. So by his yogic power, he became so beautiful. And when this daughter saw Shaubari Muni, the 50 of them, all of them said, we all will marry. So Shaubari Muni married all 50 of the daughters of the king. So like that, this story is there. After that, there is this description of Sagar. The Sagar, who has 60,000 sons, they went to Kapil's ashram, and they thought that Kapil Muni has stolen the horse of Sagar, and as a result, they all died because Kapil Muni opened his eyes, and by the yogic power of Kapil Muni, all these sons, 60,000 sons of Sagar died. After that, Asamanjas went to search them. Dilip comes, Bhagirath comes, and Bhagirath brings Ganga to deliver the 60,000 sons of Sagar. So that story is also there. Finally, in this dynasty, in Sun dynasty, main incarnation comes. Who is that? The son of Dashrath Maharaj, Lord Ramchandra. So in one chapter, Sukadeva Goswami tells the pastimes of Lord Ramchandra, how he accepted the orders of his father. He went to forest, Sita was kidnapped, and he killed Ravan, and after that he ruled over Ayodhya. So after listening to this whole Sun dynasty, then Parikshit Maharaj desired to hear about Moon dynasty. So Sukdev Goswami started to tell about Chandravansha. There is this different stories of Pururava and Urvashi, Parshuram, Yayati, and then comes about Yadu. So it so happened that Yayati was a great king in Chandravansha, and he was supposed to be married with Devayani. But Devayani was daughter of Shukracharya. Sarmishta was another girl of a king. There was some confusion and they both fought. Sarmishta, although she was the daughter of a king, Sarmishta was brought as a slave to Devayani. And they both started living with Yayati. But Yayati could not control him, and Yayati mated with Sarmishta also. That made Devayani very angry. Devayani was the wife of Yayati, and Sarmishta was slave of Devayani. But Yayati mated with the slave. That made the wife upset. I'm just telling in very short. So I don't know how much is going, but we have very short time. So that made Devayani very angry, and she went to her father, Shukracharya, that my husband cheated me. Shukracharya cursed Yayati, that Yayati, you become old. Now Yayati started to cry that, my dear father-in-law, you gave me such horrible curse. I was still young, I had so many desires to fulfill, and you made me old. How this will happen? And see, I will become old, but your daughter will suffer, because your daughter is my wife. I'll become old, she will suffer. Then Shukracharya said, yeah, this is good point. So Shukracharya said, okay, you have 5 sons. If they can give their youth to you and accept your old age, then your old age will go, you will again become youth. Yayati has 5 sons. So he asked all the sons that, will you exchange your youth with me? Will you take my old age? The eldest one was Yadu. Yadu flatly denied, I won't take your old age. Oh, how can you deny me? You are my eldest son. Duty of son is to follow father's request. Yadu denied. Acharyas give nice explanation to this. Yadu was dharmashilasya. He knew what is dharma. He knew because of his lusty desires, today Yayati is in this condition. And if I give my youth to him, he will again be slave of his lusty desires. And I will also lose my youth. Now suppose a father is having cancer because of so much smoking. And father asks son, can you give me another cigarette? No, son is not supposed to give him cigarette. Denying father is his dharma that time. Yadu denied, I will not give you my youth. But internal reason is, in Yadu's family, Krishna was to be born. He is Yaduvanshi. So if Yadu would have given his youth to Yayati, he would have become old. Nobody would have married Yadu. And if nobody would have married Yadu, Yadu would not have dynasty. And if Yadu would not have dynasty, the Krishna would have taken birth in any other dynasty. Yadu said, why I will lose that opportunity? I want Krishna to come in my dynasty. So therefore, Yadu denied that I will not take your old age. And in that dynasty, Krishna will be born. So in short, Sukdev Goswami told that Krishna and Balaram was born in Yadu dynasty. They did nice pastimes, they killed Kansa, and that's it. Parikshit Maharaj said, no, this will not happen. Now you came to the real thing and you are saying in short, I cannot tolerate this. Parikshit Maharaj was hungry, thirsty. Sukdev Goswami said that you must be hungry, you must be thirsty. It's already 3.5 days. I am telling you Bhagavad Katha. You must be very hungry and thirsty. Parikshit Maharaj said, no, I am drinking. So they thought, how is drinking? I am continuously speaking. How is drinking? Are you drinking something? Yes, I am continuously drinking. What you are drinking? I am drinking the nectarian pastimes of the Lord. And I am very much satisfied. Don't worry about my thirst and hunger. Please tell me in detail. Vistarat. Please tell me in detail about Krishna's pastime. Don't cut this. You have cut enough. You have told me all these things in short. but I will not tolerate any further. Krishna, you should tell in detail. What about Takshat? Let Takshat come. You just continue telling about Krishna now. So now rest of 3.5 days, Sukhdev only told about Krishna. Till now, there are 9,000 verses of Bhagavatam till 9th canto. But now next 10th, 11th and 12th canto is just 9,000 verses about Krishna's glorification. And that what Sukhdev Goswami starts from next 10th canto, first chapter. So we'll also start from tomorrow, this 10th canto. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Bhaktivinoda ki jai. I'm sorry I had to rush the end part, but if I would have gone in detail with all these kings, then we would never start the 10th canto. So tomorrow we'll start 10th canto. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Anybody has any question? They can't unmute, huh?
We can.
You can.
Yes, yes.
Can. Okay. Okay. So no question, then we can end. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for again giving us this nectarian pastimes of all the devotees and about demigods, giving us all the knowledge. Thank you so much. And Prabhuji, I was wondering, how do you remember so many stories, the pastimes?
You are giving me opportunity to study. So before every class, I have to study. Although it's 2 hours class, but for that I have to study 2 cantos. So thank you very much. You are giving me this opportunity to study. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, thank you so much. So let us express our gratitude to Prabhuji by saying Hare Krishna Mahamantra and Vaishnava Pranamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Vanja Kalpataruvesha Kripa Patitana Pavane Vaishnava ki Jai. His grace.